My name is Fantasy. Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 16. The meaning of life. Now we ask some weird questions. Growl, you say?
Nothing good, I'll wager. Come on.
Torkel is trying to distract us from the door. No, we should know what this is. What this is doing. Why is there no comment? Why don't we try opening it? Oh, 2 free drinks. That's nice. Why? Oh, really? That's kind of weird. I guess it could be DLC, yeah. Oh, that reminds me, I still didn't buy the new DLC. I'll have to do that before I actually get to a point where it comes up. Okay. Everyone's dead.
What happened here?
Imperials.
Oh dear, okay. I'll show them what's what.
We've got a live one.
Oh, that was not an interesting move.
Remember our orders? No survivors!
Who would order such a thing?
Yeah! Garuda, lend me your strength!
I still have my sword out. So I guess there are still some enemies from there. Oh, I guess not. This is very gruesome.
Thought you could escape, did you, Branded? You were born a slave and kill all the ducal dogs! Ducal dogs? They were innocent people! It's over! Give me fire!
I have this info.
Yeah! must burn. The bearers and those who sheltered them. By Empress Annabella's command.
Oh yeah, it's
My mother ordered this. I know. It can wait. Keep your distance, boy. My wounds, boy. Give them all you've got, boy. A little help. I'm sorry, Lady Anna. You deserved so much better. All of these people did. Better than
maybe
my
we can
mother.
start with the right people someone feels.
We're too late. Gav. Clive.
Well, I guess it's the thought that counts, but if those guys
on the
had come
orders
here
of the
with just 4
Duchess.
people, I don't think we would have come together.
We knew East Pool was harboring bearers. Thought they were safe enough hidden up here, but someone must have let slip. If they'd have only come to us sooner, none of this would have had to happen. Fuck!
My mother always did despise bearers. The way Father embraced them when the other nations spat on them as slaves. The way an accident of birth gave them a power that others lacked.
But why kill everyone?
I
They meant
guess
no
he's a
harm.
hidden
They
bearer,
just
that's
wanted
why
to
he's
be
a
free.
This world judges that a crime punishable by death. Which is why we're going to change it. We want to help.
Thought you'd got your own stuff to be getting on with.
We do. But it can wait.
In that case, we should head back and tell Sid you've had a change of heart. He was always on it yet to join us.
All right.
And we'd best be quick. Last I heard, he was planning another excursion.
What about the villagers?
Aye. I'll leave yous lot to take care of things here.
Of course. We'll make sure they get a proper burial.
Thank you. All of you.
When you're ready, then.
Now, rats, lead me to your nest.
And our dog wouldn't notice this guy lurking around.
If only he knew where to send it.
Some nice exposition. Righting wrongs.
To Sid Solar, then. We have a lot to discuss.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier. Didn't sound happy.
What do you suppose it could be?
I see I'm busy here.
What's saying for you, dear? And?
Clive! You're alright! I thought you might be... Ah! Clive! You're alright! I thought you might be... Ah!
Was it?
It's nice to see the hideaway finally coming alive.
I heard you lost someone in Eastport. I'm sorry. If there's anything you need, just say the word.
If you can read, don't let Otto know.
Very well.
Have you come for a tale? Or perhaps...
Reinforced tab.
What subject shall we consider today?
Arja. A body theory, okay. Das Boog. Oh, Ultima. I guess that explains what that thing on the mural was then. Megalograb. I remember this from Elden Ring. Sweet succulent flesh. Well, I wouldn't say all, but some. I don't know if there are that many, like, enemies you would say are, like, stereotypically Final Fantasy, like you see an enemy, like, oh, this is from Final Fantasy. Bomb is one for sure. And, of course, Marlboro. Well, there's not so much. Right, I guess it has a lot more of the usual animal enemies.
You are always welcome, Clive.
That you have to have in an MMO.
Do you need any help, Miss Molly?
I don't know. You could rinse and chop these greens for the stew, I suppose.
Make it quick. What do you want?
Oh, there's a different reinforced tab, I never noticed that. What am I wearing now? It can't reinforce the weapon I'm wearing right now, I think. It's not very useful. Can't reinforce anything that I'm using, I guess.
Fine.
mind me. Just taking a quick breather, ain't I?
We can keep running. Or we can walk through this door.
Let's keep running. Okay.
This place is getting more crowded by the day.
I tell myself the bustle's a blessing. There'll be time enough for quiet contemplation when I'm dead. So, did you find the answers you were looking for?
I still don't know what to make of this gift, curse, or whatever it is I've been given. But there is one thing I can say for certain. I am a dominant, Ifrit. And there is nothing I can do to change that. It is a burden I must bear until my dying day.
Spoken true. Forgiveness and in turn salvation can only begin with acceptance. It's a path we all must walk, no matter how colourful our histories.
Sid, you once told me that you wanted to build a place where people could die on their own terms.
I did.
I've been thinking about that. Why not a place where people can live on their own terms? For 13 years, killing was all I knew. So obsessed with death that I never stopped
I want
to
to become a
consider
farmer
the lives
instead
of those
now.
around me. Lives that I see now were scarcely worth living. Be they bearers or beggars, most march blindly to their end, never realizing that they too deserve a choice. And I dare not turn a blind eye to their suffering any longer.
So, atonement then, is it?
That was the answer we found.
The only one we need.
I'll be expecting you both to pull your weight.
And we will.
Well then, with a sprinkle of fire and ice, this plan of mine might just work.
The Song of Ice and Fire.
What trouble are you looking to get yourself into now?
The best kind. We're going to sneak into the Imperial capital and pay a visit to Mother.
I guess he doesn't mean his own mother. Earlier, some time ago. That's a very interesting construction. White drum lair.
And the last of our farmholds in the eastern provinces has succumbed to the blight.
Cheers to that.
Without their yield, we will be hard-pressed to fill the capital's granaries before winter.
If there is a capital by then, the black creeps closer as we speak.
And yet you do naught but bawl and bluster.
Your Radiance?
If it is fertile land the Empire requires, we need but look south.
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord. Theirs is a neutral state whose borders we are sworn to respect.
Gentlemen, did we swear to see our people starve?
Well, I really do think that...
Nice mummy.
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the Blight. If there is not grain enough to feed those within our walls, how, pray tell, will we feed those without? But instead of setting your minds to riddles such as these, you lock horns with an enemy from across the sea, sending our soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands.
What's the enemy across the sea? I guess it's the kingdom.
And you sit here prattling like crones in a tea house.
Right, so the kingdom, yeah.
And you fancy yourselves leaders of
And they're both terrible.
Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. We are but their servants.
Maybe terrible in slightly different ways, but not that different.
It is our duty to claim new lands for them.
Your Radiance!
Empire is heavier on slavery at least.
Conquest?
That is exactly what I mean. It is time we expanded our dominion. This is the will of great Grieger.
There will be uproar.
Then we must find a way to distract the citizenry. But how much will that cost? And what of our legions? Shall we raise the furs?
Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmex.
I will not keep you. You all have much to do. Where is my son?
The Lord Prince is currently garrisoned at the Strait of Orther. If it please you, I can send word requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary. Tell him instead to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again soon.
As you command.
I must have misheard. You mean to tell me that the mother crystals are the reason the world is dying? Are you mad?
I have been called that on occasion, but no, not today. We've all seen it firsthand. Empty wastes where once were green meadows. Land drained so dry of its ether, not even the rats remained. But where was it all going? I spent years searching for an answer, until I saw it standing right in front of me. There, in the self-same crystals, we look to for their so-called blessing. All right, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air. And where do these crystals come from?
That's easy. They're mined from the mother crystals.
They're one and the same. Although admittedly this here fits more easily in the pocket.
But the mother crystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
So you see the problem. Imagine just how much ether can be drawn by something that size. As to where it's all going, mind? Well, I can't know everything, can I?
We are taught that the mother crystals are divine. Their ether a gift from the heavens. For centuries, nations have fought and fallen for want of that gift. If what you say is true, how did no one else see it?
Well, it's pretty
Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
good explanation. An inconvenient truth indeed.
The higher-ups, the gods themselves.
So now you want to do something about the crystals? And what? We're not helping bearers and dominants anymore.
I didn't say that. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. But if we continue down this path, there's only one fate that awaits the realm. And we can't very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch. Not if we want to create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. Sort of defeats the purpose. So, if we have to bring the old world crashing down in order to build us a new one, what say you? Are you with me?
Getting some nice end of the early environmental themes on top of all the slavery stuff.
I suppose
Very
it's
good.
about time I repaid your faith.
You could have just said aye. But it's nice to have you aboard all the same.
What have I got myself into? I'm going to need more than a few potions for this.
If everything we were taught about the Mother Crystals was a lie, then what else might we have been deceived about?
No, I wouldn't necessarily say lie. It's more like
If everything we were taught about the Mother Crystals was a
incorrect.
lie,
Like it
then
makes sense.
what
Just
else
that
might
kind
we
of
have been deceived about?
divine theory at first.
I'll give you two a moment to sort out your kit. It's a long walk to Oriflamme. I wouldn't want you keeling over on the way.
It's a very simple and obvious explanation, but with all the theological package, it makes sense why no one would have at least publicly suggested it. New quest.
There's work enough here for 100, and not nearly enough able bodies to see it all
Yes.
done. The Hideaway is lucky to have you and Jill.
We're low on gig and toad oil and curial greens. Should
Yeah,
I put an
just ask
order in
me
with
and
Lady
I'll
Karen?
handle it.
Don't mind me. Just taking a quick breather, ain't I?
The reports from Eastpool are disturbing. We knew the Viceroy had no love for her subjects, but to order the slaughter of an entire village.
You have to go so far.
You've lost a letter. Nothing too important, I hope.
Not just a letter. I lost everything. There's a hole in my damn pack, and fool that I am, I didn't bloody notice.
It can't be that bad, surely.
How could it be any worse? I'm a courier. I carry things. If I can't do my job right, then what am I good for? Nothing, that's what. I buggered it right up. That means no herbs for the infirmary, and no fresh meat for our cooking pots. Worst of all, that letter I lost, it was for Sid.
Okay,
A
that
letter
sounds
he's
bad.
been waiting on for days.
Maybe if you retrace
From
your
one of his
steps.
many lovers, I assume.
Scour Storm from coast to coast if I could, but there are curse breakers in the field, counting on my arrival. No, I'll just have to own up to Otto and Sid. They're gonna skin me alive.
Fine. Tell me where to look.
Are you serious? Thank you.
It sounds like the hideaway could use those supplies. So, where should I start?
Gotan's bales, perhaps? I took a tumble in the bushes when I was passing through. There's a chance my pack might have caught on something. If you can find everything I dropped, you'll be doing us all a favor. And if you can find Sid's letter, you'll be saving my life.
If it's there, I'll find it.
Wonderful. Now, I have to run if I'm to make my next delivery in time. I trust you can find your way to Gotan's bales. Oh, and hurry, will you? Sid doesn't like to be kept waiting.
I'm sure he doesn't. Unless I won't last very long out in the elements. I should make for Sambrek as soon as I can.
There's a commotion in the main hall. What's happened this time?
Mistero commotion.
What happened? Is everything all right?
No. No, it's not.
Now, my research can continue apace. And when my fertilizer is complete, the furrows will need expanding.
Come by again when we've grown some fruit worth eating, and I'll see that you get some.
Clive! You're all right!
I didn't realize I'm making any belly sounds.
Make it quick. So, what'll it be?
I know what else on there. But this reinforced step doesn't really seem to do anything in practice. I guess I should make the new sword as usual.
What's that for, dear?
That's my current one. Can't really see any direct comparison, but I guess this will give 50 more attack.
Should last you a good while. Anything else?
Clive, was it?
You can appreciate my hunger alive. It's the 2 Hunger Games. So there was some commotion here, really? But not enough, never enough.
Petals stand up to the sun, the rose feels not his shade. Earth soaking tears of blood, tonight his oath is made.
To our friends, and to those who might have been.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier. Didn't sound happy.
He's never listening. Where are you, Randall?
Is everything all right?
Forgive me, young man.
I was in a world of my own.
I have some awesome Lindor chocolate here right next to me.
He left some time ago and hasn't
Tempting
returned.
me, but I can't touch it.
You know what it's like out there for a bear on his own.
Why leave the safety of the hideaway?
Just waiting from last Saturday.
Sad
For the next Saturday.
Our need outweighs the risk. The hideaway can't survive on goodwill alone. And though Karen does
I'll
what she
eat on
can,
Saturday.
her coffers aren't bottomless. Wait. You were a soldier, were you not? In the Imperial Army?
I was.
Then might I ask a favour of you? I'm too old to be traipsing hither and yon. Will you go and find him for me?
I'll do what I can.
Oh, thank you.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Randall, and I suspect you'll find him in Lost Wing. He's been working
The best
for Quinton,
place.
the tavern keeper. He'll know something, I'm sure.
Oh no, and that wasn't posting. Yeah.
Safe travels, my friend. And thank you again.
I got my hair cut today. I look like a human again, at least almost.
Randall went off to Lost Wing on a job. Portering, I believe. I expect the tavern keeper will know more.
Thank you. It was pretty long, to be honest. Like it's been like 4 or 5 months since the last time I got it cut, I guess. Is that a different place? I don't know.
The courier said his pack might have split while he was passing through the bales. I better keep my eyes open.
Is that actually a thing?
Good. Looks like I'm in the right area.
Or is that just something in an anime? I mean,
More of the lost supplies.
I feel they always kinda do it when you go to a barber.
I doubt he could have much more in his pack. Still no sign of Sid's letter, though. I've come this far. Might as well ask around.
A little overdressed to be picking grapes, aren't you? Are you here for Master Quentin?
I'm looking for a letter someone dropped nearby. I don't suppose you've seen it.
Can't say I have, sorry.
Well, if you do,
Wait, I did pass a dog with something in its mouth a little while back. Could have been a piece of paper. No idea if it was your letter, but you never know.
which way did it go?
Towards Lost Wing? Seemed well looked after to me. Dare say someone there's been feeding it.
All roads lead to Lost Wing.
Thank you.
Back, are you? Did Master Quentin summon you?
The shad's all salted and smoked. But it'll be an age before the skin's got
A whole day on the line and they're still not dry.
It seems we have our culprit. Sorry, boy.
Kicks the dog out of the way.
Someone's waiting for this. But he's waiting long enough already. Hopefully this will keep our courier out of trouble.
You'll find naught but the humble dwellings of our good citizens down here, both bearer and otherwise. And there are some who might not appreciate an outsider poking his nose in.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. Good day.
Sun's setting fast.
So it took a tilt between the Wardens of Light and Dark to finally drive the Royalists from our shores. Pity it came at such a price. They say the fields of Belenus were black a full fortnight with all the ravens.
There haven't been any surprises since your last visit. But we all know how fast that can change.
Ah, if it isn't Sid's young protege. To what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm looking for a bearer called Randall. I hear he's been coming to you for work. He was expected back at the hideaway some time ago. A friend of his asked me to check on him.
Randall, you say? The porter? Yes, I know him. And I can't say I'm surprised if he has been delayed. I gave him enough to do.
Yeah, the guy on the left. Yeah, I can see it.
Thinking about it, he should probably have been back by now.
I'll go and look for him.
That's really wonderful news.
He was to meet an associate of mine to the south of here, on Lorbert's Pass. I do hope nothing's happened to him. Be sure to let me know, Clive. Lorbert's Pass is south of here. Good luck finding Randall.
Another cup, Daddy.
There'll be none left for me.
Well, I guess if there's an option to get out of the country, then my backup plan is to hide on the island with my kayak.
I heard from a couple of the bearers what you did to them royalists over at the care. Glad you're on our side. I heard from a couple of the bearers what you did to them royalists over at the care.
That's the question. Seven would be nice, of course, but probably not very realistic. I mean, you could maybe get there with some luck, but that'll only work for like the first 3 months. Then again, 3 months on the island also wouldn't even work. That would be an even more short-term thing.
You all right?
The hanged man. Thank the gods. You're one of us. We were attacked. Beastmen on the road. Randall knew he didn't play the hero, but The sod insisted on drawing him off.
Where did this happen?
Further down the road. In the clearing. Please. You have to see that he's safe.
I'll do what I can. You go back to Lost Wing and tell Quentin what happened.
Clearing where we were attacked. It's not far from here. Go! Find Randall.
Follow the breadcrumbs.
Goblins. Why am I not surprised?
Flames to me!
Let's drill his ass.
Keep your distance, boy.
Yeah. What about you? Where will you be? Rest in peace.
Sorry, Randall. Looks like I was too late. He doesn't deserve to rot by the roadside.
Right.
I'll speak to Quentin.
I'm not sure the island is big enough for the two of us. And my kayak can only carry one.
You're that soldier who chased off the royalists. I want you to know that you'll always be welcome among us.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And that my parlour's always open.
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to sleep?
Now let's go in further ahead and say that, for example, Russia conquered Finland somehow. I don't think it's very realistic, especially now that we're in NATO, but if that actually happened, then I definitely wouldn't want to keep living in Finland under Russian rule.
Full fortnight with all the ravens.
Ah, there you are. My man told me what happened. And? I can't help but notice you're alone. Damn it. I feared as much.
He's not far from the south gate.
Probably not. That's why it's mostly a can you get out beforehand or not.
I'll send someone right away. I knew he was brave, though I didn't know he was reckless. Poor fool.
And you known him long?
A while. I liked the fact that he didn't shy away from dangerous work,
living in Japan would probably be doable, like if you aren't actually living in Tokyo but go to somewhere in the boonies, then it would be probably quite cheap. But it's more about all the permits and everything.
And I suppose you're none too happy either. For your trouble. Sorry again. You'll let me tell Sid what happened, won't you?
Can I have another cup, Daddy?
Of course, would need to figure out some work as well, since the business is located in Finland. I don't think it would really be running at that point.
Maybe I should just own up. There you are. I just got back to the hideaway and thankfully Otto hasn't seen me yet.
Maybe our representative office or whatever in Japan could be turned into like an actual corporation and their work could continue under it, I don't know.
Gone. And the letter?
Only a little worse for wear.
All these cheerful projections for the future.
No more skulking about in the shadows for me then. And all thanks to you. Losing those supplies was one thing, but if Sid had found out about that letter...
Is it about Cursebreaker business?
If only. It's from his daughter. She's off studying in Canver, and her letters are all that keeps Sid sane while she's away.
You never mentioned a daughter.
Well, he's a busy man. And thanks to you, he won't be wasting his time smiting
I guess that was before Ukraine.
So I'd say you did us both a service.
Was that like last winter? And did it
If
start?
there's anything you're wanting from Sid, today's the day. He'll be sweet as honey once he gets his hands on this.
I guess it was last winter. Or last, like, early spring. Was it 2 years ago? I guess it was last winter.
Sid may be the hardest man I know, but when it comes to his daughter, he's soft as Chocobo down. You'll be champing at the bit to get this letter.
I think I'm done with the side quests.
The reports from Eastpool are disturbing.
So what god's-forsaken corner of the realm is Sid dragging you off to this time?
Oriflamme.
The Holy Capital. And what business would you lot have in... On second thoughts, I don't want to know. Speaking of Oriflamme, I hear the trading routes leading south have seen more than double the usual traffic. If you ask me, somewhat foul's brewing. And it ain't Tyre's borbile tea. Oh, just go and see Otto, will you?
All right.
Like I've said before that I wouldn't want to work in Japan, but if the option was like living in Russia, then I would rather like work in a company in Japan or something. If that was an option.
Take a seat, Clive.
So you're really going through with it? Sid's been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known him. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the Royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again, this time due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. That's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines, and at home. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. It's making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
I guess most people who are of the mind would flee to Sweden. That's like the classical move in Finland's history.
Lucky for you.
And easiest to access.
Know of a way.
Yes.
Especially considering Estonia will probably also be kind of risky territory.
Gets you an audience with the Dame. And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send the Stolas in the morning. Let her know you're coming. We go way back. And she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
That's good of you, but who is this dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute.
Good of you, but
the Vale. And she's quite a woman. If
you can speak Swedish. And have some acquaintances there.
Go blinding her with your charm now, lad.
Unlike me.
Expecting a full report when you get back.
I wonder if it would be possible for me to get to Sweden on like a kayak. Probably not. I don't think it would be like physically possible even if I had like plenty of food with me. It's probably too great a distance. Only entry ports.
I suppose that's everything. Now to find
I can't really comment on that.
The Dame goes by many titles.
I don't know how getting a job would work in either country.
Blush, but only a trusted few know her real name. Don't worry about finding her. As long as you've got that satchel, she'll find you. The Dame goes by many titles, including some that would make you blush.
Nice.
But only a trusted few know her real name. Don't worry about finding her. As long as you've got that satchel.
Well, 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 someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief.
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the three of us, then?
Drake said is the Keystone March an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily,
welcome back, cool.
Naturally to a dominance. But then you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Indeed. I think that's
Let's
kind
try
of
not to find out.
far.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel
like not outside the scope of
I'll meet you
possible
in Northridge in a
escalations,
few days.
but it's not really realistic in the near future, I shouldn't think. Like Russia is already struggling hard in Ukraine. Let's say they reach some ceasefire or whatever there. It would still take a few years probably before Russia would be ready for anything more. They're gonna take some time to recover for sure. And Putin isn't getting younger, but that of course doesn't mean that stuff can't continue even post-Putin.
So, we're meeting in Northridge. And will I find Sid and Jill before this dame finds me?
Yeah, probably not, although I can't really say what the priority one would be exactly. But probably the old Soviet countries would be a higher priority.
Ah, you're
More
Sid's
important
man,
quests.
if I'm not mistaken. Couldn't trouble you for some assistance, could I?
That depends. What do you need?
Some new bearers from Oriflamme just arrived, and it cost Master Quinton
Of course,
a pretty penny to convince their owner to part with them.
Yes, if Trump wins in the US and actually manages to dissolve NATO, that would be a pretty big
They're probably
red
terrified.
sign for the future.
You're probably right. Dare say it'd take a bearer like yourself to open them up. So,
And that's not even very unrealistic.
help them settle in?
There's a very high chance of that happening, I guess.
I can try.
That'll do me. Tell them they're safe, and that if they need anything, they just have to ask.
I'll let them know.
Appreciate it. They're sitting over there, taking a long overdue breather, looks like.
It's not really even a new angle, like that was already a topic back when Trump got first elected. Like 7 years ago or something. Yeah, that's a very lazy view.
Is there anything I can
Some
get
outlets will just say that and some people parrot it, but of course they're very different.
you?
Like they're both terrible,
Safe
but not
here.
equally terrible.
They don't punish people like us for speaking our minds.
They're both terrible in their unique ways.
I'm hungry. My sister too, we're starving.
Wait here.
But there's not really even any comparison between them.
Thank you.
I won't be long. You stay here and rest.
Yeah, but all his Russia relations was already a big topic back then.
In case you were wondering, the boys finally cleared the road to Northridge.
And he was like very friendly
But there's no
with
need to
Putin
hurry,
his
is
whole
there?
term.
I can think of a few reasons you might want to linger another night or two.
But that's like in general, he just loves all dictators.
That'll be enough today. But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to sell?
Like he never saw dictators he didn't like
between
pretty
the
much.
wardens of light and dark to finally drive the royalists from our shores.
Like
Pity it
it's
came
like
at such a price. They say the fields of Belenus were black a full fortnight with all the ravens.
well, yeah, but laws will only take you so far because if Trump is actually gonna win, it's like
I'll have 2 plates.
the end of democracy in the US as well.
Sorry.
They're just gonna go full on authoritarian at that point, and
It's not for me.
what laws there still are probably won't actually turn out to be that binding.
Oh, my apologies. I didn't see the mark. So you're a comrade. Well, in that case, you may have whatever you require. Take all the bread and wine you want.
That's really all it takes. One look at the innkeeper's mark.
Of course it is. I do as Master Quinton commands, as do we all. And Master Quinton commands that none of his favoured guests be left wanting. Well, don't keep our new comrades waiting. Take what you need and see that they eat their fill.
More feeding, like the new tone.
Hopefully this will be enough.
How many have I had? Wait, I don't want to know.
If you've something to ask, ask. What is there to know? When I arrived... Yet...
It's kind of a weird decision to cut the dialogue for these dialogues, considering there aren't that many of them. So it's like a very strange decision because it stands out and it feels like it didn't save them that much money probably.
I wonder if that is all?
Don't tell me. Turnips for supper.
Brother, did you see?
Yeah. Bread and wine from the tavern.
May we? Truly?
What is this food? Well, I've never.
Such plenty. Never in all my days.
I never got
This place is like a dream.
bread
We
and
sat
wine or whatever in my life.
We ate, and more was offered.
I know. I can't believe it.
You're free now. And the next time you're hungry, you need only ask to be fed.
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
What happened? What's now, brother?
Nothing bad. Not ever again.
In case you were wondering, the boys finally cleared the road to Northreach. But there's no need to hurry, is there? I can think of a few reasons you might want to linger another night or two.
Are you suggesting something?
How did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see the lad?
There were purple handprints all over her skirts.
Master Quinton will never forgive me if I don't save that crop. I want no trouble. Wait, that's... Ah, glory to Grieger. You were the hanged man. I took you for a rogue. If you're a friend of Master Quinton's, then perhaps you'll help me. His vineyard, Lostwing's pride and joy, has been beset by a plague of giant wasps.
And you need someone to solve your pest problem.
I do indeed.
Oh no, not the
I've never
giant
seen them
rats.
so far from the forest, nor so mean for that matter. I suppose the smell's got them worked up. And little wonder. This'll be the finest crop we've ever known if the fiends don't eat it first. I tried chasing them off myself, but they won't flee from the likes of me. And if I don't bring those grapes in for pressing soon, Master Quinton will have my guts for garters. You look like you can handle that blade of yours. Will you put it to use for a comrade in need? Please, rid us of these wasps so I can be about my business.
All right. I'll see to it.
Oh, thank you. You'll find them over at Gotan's bales on the edge of town. And hurry, Lostwing needs those grapes.
We need those grapes. Grapes of wrath.
Bet you'd like to see what's behind that door, wouldn't you? Well, not on my watch.
That must be the vineyard. A few wasps shouldn't give me too much trouble.
No mistakes.
Yeah, epic battle.
Looks like that was the last of them.
Yes.
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see the lad?
Those wasps won't be interfering with your harvest anymore.
Oh, thank you. Master Quinton would have had my head if I'd lost the crop. I'd say you've earned a reward. Our Gotan Rouge fetches a handsome
Yay.
price among the rich and powerful of the realm. We use that money to keep our comrades fed.
Nice. Did you
Imperial
book the
wolves
tickets yet?
from our door. The vineyards were Master Quinton's idea. He wanted to give bearers a place to work, a place where they'd be safe.
Well, he certainly seems to have done that here. I'm glad I could help.
I'll see that he hears of your kindness. And once this vintage is ripe for drinking, there'll be a glass or two raised in your honor. Thanks again. Finally, I can harvest those grapes. And with the weather we've had, this year's will be a magnificent vintage for sure.
You like that, don't you?
Indeed. Well, I'm glad Yen is getting a little cheaper again. Every bit helps. Oh, I guess we can go here now.
Give them all you've got, boys.
I love these 5 chill item drops.
Didn't that tower used to be taller?
I reckon they'll be in need of a good mason.
Okay, yeah, it's all the same area. Are you sure?
Don't let them get away. Sick of Torgal. Give them all you've got, boys. Don't let them get away. Got this time.
Oh no, we have dinosaurs here as well. What is this Jurassic Park? Breathes fire, what the heck? Bloody dinosaurs. Everything. What's that? It's a secret area. Oh. I had the test before restoring HP, so I use this. Nothing in the secret area. I guess I'll descend here for some quest later on. But why would I cancel it? I don't really see any point. Yay. But why? I always get more. Why would I save it? And for the next secret area.
Mistakes.
As soon as you leave Japan, it's like, I go back to Japan. Oh, it connects to Lost Wing. I didn't realize there was a route here as well. All these accessories tend to be pretty whatever. It's a cave, it calls to me. I must go in. What's that?
Is it safe to ride to Northreach now?
I wouldn't say safe, but at least now it's possible.
Let's see. Running in the mud. Getting our boots dirty.
Let's make this quick.
Stay down.
You reckon it's gonna have missed that quest? Yeah. Might be, it might be. But first I need to search the grounds for more enemies.
The soldiers used to speak of a brothel, but that was north of the checkpoint. I hope that Dame has friends in the south.
No mistakes.
That's enough.
Nantor. Can it really be? You were wrong the last time, so I'm not sure if I can rely on that. Guys, you must do it. The 5 chill must have it all. Why are those even a thing, like, really?
Let's make this quick.
Wait!
Okay, I guess I'm done checking out the area. Though that 2 and 5 chills.
the right to confiscate any objects forbidden by the throne.
Are you gonna buy something or not?
Obelix has been activated.
Do you see anything you like?
Nope. What's with the insane prices for all these music tracks?
Come back again.
You want something, you come back with your master. I won't sell to some stray brand.
Welcome, good. Back off, Branded. Can't you see
Always good to be in the Empire territory.
Oh, and a giant
Fresh
roast
fish, all from the Sea of Grace this very morning.
Keep your hands to yourself. No one will buy anything that's been soured by a branded.
These guys are so extreme.
With reds,
Not only will we use you as slaves, but everyone will fight you like you're the scum at the bottom of their foot.
Not another step, Branded, or you'll be spending the night in a cell.
Saw it last time I was through the wall. Jutting up from the waves like the mane of some giant beast. I heard tell it's the work of an icon.
Might be Shiva. I heard the Ironblood lost her on their campaign in the Republic.
Saw it last time I was through the wall. Jutting up from the waves like the mane of some giant beast. I heard.
Might be Shiva. I heard the Ironblood lost her on their campaign.
Have you no other bearers? Those two look rather used.
Used? Yes, but spent hardly. They've both at least a good year left in them.
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
I'm always trying.
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but why would you?
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital.
Already like -9 outside.
I fear the gods are not likely to let a masterless era pass unmolested. Unless... Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely.
The voice actor is doing a great job, but her design is extremely plain.
I shall expect a favor in return.
I wasn't planning to. Yeah.
Wait, what?
I feel they could have given her a bit more flair on the design.
No one's allowed through the gate until all packs have been inspected.
What the hell are you doing?
Tut-tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But it's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Oi, hold up. Another fucking branded.
Damn you, we just killed them all.
Get out of my sight, filth.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement, as do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
Well then, I suppose you'll need a little something to remember me by.
And I suppose I'll need to get my coin purse.
The markets are a veritable midden, teeming with vermin.
Ugh, you need not remind me. Their incessant chittering is ringing in my ears even now.
Time to explore a new area.
Orefla. Many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full.
Wake winds! Garuda, lend me your strength! Wake winds!
I don't see much point in those random battles, so at this point I'll mostly avoid them unless it's like a new monster type. Or if they're just in the way. I think that's moving. It's another village. With much to steal.
It's my turn. Let me try.
Come on, give it back. My death line's out. It'll clobber me.
Oi, don't touch anything. Thanks for nothing.
I'm sure it is.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon.
All that
I
gleam.
think he's a deserter, do you?
Good for nothing, sluggard.
Moore has little to offer in the way of succor for your kind. You would do well to part quickly.
I knew they have much to offer me. There's an interesting music in this area, very intense. Everything is enemy territory. There's some paths there on the map. And there is secret area. Yay, I got my two gil. It was all worth it. This seems like a location I'll be sent to later. You can see far from here. Oh, they are actually pretty close to the capital. I can see it from here. there's at least one more big city in the way. Or is that really part of the same city? Maybe it is. I guess it's a bit bigger than the previous ones. Which might make sense for a capital.
Not much chance I'd make it through the Penitent's Gate without someone recognizing me as a deserter. Sid had better have a plan.
Wake winds!
The gates are closed. Look here, men. This branded would be so bold as to seek passage into our holy capital. Were he
Very
accompanied
subtle.
by his master, we might be compelled to grant it. But alas, he is alone. And the law regarding masterless branded is clear. Unless he wishes us to take him into custody, I suggest he return to his owner immediately.
Begone!
Interesting artifact there. Some nice cliffs and water. Secret treasure of Chujiro. Enjoy.
An Imperial watchtower. Should be well stocked.
Wait. You're not one of us.
here. Sure. There's a whole big area here as well. Okay. Let's check it out.
What are you playing at, Brandon?
You're not welcome here.
sure when it's over. This whole area reminds me a bit of Gotland. It's a pretty nice place visually. Oh, it's another one of these drones. But inactive one. I guess this is supposed to be more like Norway or something though. And I guess that's the end of this area. Which means I guess I can just teleport back here.
The fruit's not getting any fresher. Don't think I haven't got my eye on you, Branded. On you go.
That's the day done then. Drinks and the veil.
How about the veil, then drinks?
Hotter, you bleeding shit-a-bed bearer!
Let's burn it all down.
It's not been half a moon since Bellen's tour, and they'd have us march again.
That's what we signed up for.
The butts.
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling. Welcome to the Vale.
Named after a moon, sure. There's something really real like about this place. I noticed they have one of those special courier birds.
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late. Oh, don't tell me you've grown tired of us.
It's not that. The garrisons are being called back to the capital. We're to join the legions.
Think I might see you tonight?
That depends on how much you want to see.
The markets are a veritable midden, teeming with vermin.
Ugh, you need not remind me. They're insistent.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls. Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I've begun to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. Though I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this. Proof of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
I should probably start here.
If the dame has given you her trust, then you have ours as well. Know you are always welcome here at the Vale.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me
Everyone's
look for
always
one of your
giving us
colleagues.
brooches. How many do we have?
A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then. Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared.
The day before, she was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid
I
can tell
noticed
us.
there are some more side quests as well. I guess I'll grab this because I'm sure it will send me somewhere else anyway.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already
I
been
see
sent
you're
off
the
on an
escort.
errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm
not with
told
these
you
ladies
share
now.
a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like
Good
a lost
sense.
puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Sure.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
We've all had our share of dodgy punters. That's why the Dame has to hire escorts.
I'll take a small break to snack something. I'll be back in like 5 minutes probably. I have the back. I have even become the back. Had a... what was it? Cinnamon roll flavored Veripala keksi.
I suppose you'll need a little
It
something to
was
remember me by.
quite good actually. I should get more of those. The taste surprised me.
Excuse me, you there? I cannot help but notice you bear the moon and stars. So you are an associate of the dames? Might I trouble you for some assistance? You'll be rewarded, of course.
And who exactly would I be assisting?
By all means.
Forgive me, I am Etienne, a humble merchant, though fortunate enough to count the dame among my acquaintances. I have business beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. I was hoping someone might be kind enough to go in my stead. And who better than someone in the employ of the Vale's proprietress? Would you be willing to help a fellow in his hour of need?
Why not?
Marvelous. The task is simple enough. Pass through the gate and deliver packages to a few of my most valued clients. There are 3 in total: a grocer, an apothecary, and a distiller. You need only mention that
What
the
drugs are
items
we
you
carrying
carry
now?
are fresh from the master's table.
Nothing dangerous, I hope.
Why, of course not. Merely trifles, which folk beyond the checkpoint are keen to get their hands on. And though I cannot prevent you from peeking, I advise that you don't. Strongly advise. One package to each of my 3 customers beyond the wall. And remember,
Of course.
fresh from the master's table.
Do you have a tale for me?
I see. Well, you'd best be back to the Vale before the sun sets. Once the men of the garrison have filled their bellies with liquid courage, a brooch won't stay their tempers.
Almost missed some important treasure. I couldn't have lit myself if that happened.
Where's your commanding officer branded? Don't you know the training grounds are for real soldiers?
Hey, you lost or something? Sorry, but the Imperial Guard's got no use for your kind. The infantry always needs more bodies, though.
I'm just passing through.
Quite tasty.
Don't bloody believe it! The bastard's wearing the moon and stars!
That'll be why he's strutting about like he owns the place.
The Dane laughed when we offered her our protection. You reckon this prick's really worth a couple of the Emperor's finest?
I dare say there's ways of finding out. How about it, Branded? Care to show us how you earned that brooch?
I'd rather not.
Oh, no doubt. Only chivalrous souls that we are, Robin and I need to know the dame's being properly looked after.
Fine. If it'll put your mind at ease.
Oh, and just so you know, I won't be holding back. I suggest you don't either. Take a moment to get ready if you need it. Wouldn't want you whining about an unfair fight. Now, let's get the measure of you, shall we?
If that's what you want.
Cocky bastard. All right, let's be
I
happy.
wonder what they will think about my Aegon abilities. Realistically, I shouldn't be using any of those in this fight, but...
Oh, and when you go crying to your mistress, tell her it was Leon who gave you the pound.
I don't think it actually matters, sure.
Use all the dirty tricks you want, Brand, alright? So you know one end of a...
Oh, already? It was slay your enemy, why is he still alive?
What the hell are you playing at, Leon? Ah, so it's a real challenge he wants, is it? Fine. Sword up, bearer. Let's have some fun, shall we? How the bearer win the Dane's favour, anyway?
By knowing when to hold my tongue for a start.
Just a flesh wound, I'm sure he's fine. Flying in the background.
Can I go now?
Grieger's gas. The bastard didn't even break a sweat.
The dame's man or no, he's still a branded. Best hope the sergeant never is about this.
Yeah, not after the bollocking he gave us for missing drills.
Best side quest so far.
Might be the old sod had a point.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, good bloody riddance. At least we know the dame's in safe hands, I suppose.
Do us a favour. If you have to tell
All of
the
the
dame
side
about
quests
this,
should be like
tell her we
this.
got a good
When
few
they
weeks in
talk smack about me, I just smack them around.
Hey, on second thought,
Yeah,
maybe
fine,
don't mention this to the
by
dame.
branded.
We wouldn't want you getting into
Sergeant may
trouble
be
for
a
brawling
surly
now,
bastard,
will
but
we?
he had our number, right?
Hey, on second thought, maybe don't mention this to the dame. We wouldn't want you getting into...
It's not been half a moon since Bellen's tour, and they'd have us march again.
Heard the bones fell favourably.
Signed up for.
To the Vale, then.
What do you think? Nothing like a quick...
I don't know how a bearer came by the moon and stars, but thank goodness I found you. Can I trust you to be discreet?
About what?
About this. About what I wish to ask of you. About the fact that I, a humble creature, assist the Dame of the Vale in her endeavors. As unlikely as it may seem, there are those within the upper echelons of Samberquois society who find the Empire's treatment of bearers to be barbaric.
All right. But what do you want from me?
This town is carried upon the backs of its bearers, and yet many would see their servants starve. Not for the want of coin, simple fare cost little more than a pittance, but to revel in the suffering of others, a simple act of cruelty. Contemptible though it is, my countrymen would sooner cut off their noses to spite their faces than see their bearers fed. And despite my best attempts at secrecy, my efforts to dole out comestibles have been noticed. Which brings me to my request. The brand upon your cheek affords you a certain freedom. A freedom I could sorely use.
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Oh, thank you. An extra meal may not seem like much, but it
No,
will make all
not
the
the
difference.
meals.
Here, deliver these, but keep them hidden. Quickly now.
It's always the meals. What the heck is this game?
What food I can provide goes where the need is greatest. And today that happens to be the barracks. 3 bearers, overworked and underfed. Not permitted a moment's rest.
I've seen at least one of them, probably all of them, but I remember one.
Tragic, true, but do not let anger make you careless. People will view this act of mercy as an undermining of the Empire's authority. Be discreet for both our sakes, and for the sake of those we feed. Oh, and when you're finished, a word in the ear of one of the dame's girls would be appreciated.
You won't be staying then?
I'm afraid not. I'm expected back in the capital, and have already risked much speaking with you this long.
Crystal's curse is bad enough. We can't let people starve as well.
Heard the bones fell favourable.
Are you waiting for it to heal on its own? Hurry up!
All of these guys are just amazing.
Looks like
every
now's not
single
the time.
Imperial in the game.
Get on with it! You want to bleed to
Oh, he
death?
wasn't one of them. I thought he had a quest marker on.
You look like you need a rest.
Not half as much as I need this. Thank you. I don't eat it here, though. Not where anyone might see.
Has it always been this bad?
Oh, it was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him. Me and many others.
That's something at least.
Greetings. You are one of the dames chosen, I see. Me? I am but a nameless weaver of song.
He's not even
who would
spooning.
warm the hearts of the good folk of this town with such humble cloth as the muse might permit me to make. Greetings. You are one of the dames chosen, I see. Me? I am but a nameless...
Day done then?
How about the favor?
We've the right to
With
confiscate
reds,
any objects
whites,
forbidden by the
ales,
throne.
mead, cider,
Plum China for the apple of your eye.
I warn you now, I don't sell to your kind, whether you have the coin or not. Where's your master anyway?
Etienne sent me.
Didn't know he had his own bearer. Business must be booming. All right, quickly now, before the guards notice. That is no burden off my back. And this is for Etienne.
All this for a drink.
Not just any drink. The very best. Specially distilled from the most discerning customers. The guards find that, they'll seize it before you can blink. You keep it well hidden, all right? If Etienne likes it, tell him there's more where that came from. For a price, of course.
Of course.
If I learn you let the guards find that bottle, you'll have me to answer to.
Just because you're wearing the dame's brooch, don't mean I have to serve you. It's you that should be serving me, Branded.
I have no business with Branded.
Well, I have business with you. A package. Fresh from the master's table.
I do not know you. Where is the merchant, Etienne?
Somewhere the gate guards won't be paying him or his affairs any mind.
Fine.
Hand over the goods and be gone.
We didn't give the password to the previous lady.
This is lighter than usual. Branded, if I discover you
Can I
have
just
played
smack
me
him?
false,
I can always take it back.
you will do no such thing. Your master should cut out your insolent tongue. Had you been the tool of any other man, I would see you clapped in chains. Payment. Take it and get out of my sight.
Cigars?
Those cigars are worth more than your life. Do be careful.
Sure they are.
Speak of this to anyone, and there'll be nightshade in your morning gruel.
You won't find carpet.
Have you no other bearers? Those two look rather...
There's nothing here for your kind, Branded. Go on
I see a
now.
team here.
Shoot.
I have a delivery from Etienne. Fresh from the master's table.
Why didn't you say so?
We just did.
Times are hard. But this here'll make 'em less so. For a while, at least. Sorry about the welcome. Meant nothing by it. You wait right here.
You can leave at least. Because he apologized. Käydä saada kill. Winter Revolution comes.
Yeah. You can tell Etienne I'm a man of my word.
Perfume.
Oriflamme's finest. Just as promised.
Perfume, cigars, and spirits. Someone has expensive tastes. The question is, how can they afford to maintain them? I suppose there's only one way to find out.
I'd be dead in a ditch if it weren't for Etienne's blessings.
Saw it last time I was through the wall.
Might be she.
No one's allowed through the gate until all packs have been inspected.
That's the day done then. Drinks.
How about?
I have something for you.
From the Chamberlain. Thank you. You need to leave. Now. Please.
Branded! Who told you to rest? Stoke those damn flames!
You go in the forge.
And you! If you've got a message for me, out with it. If not, return to your post.
Enough! Curse you! Get away from me! You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for
I
you!
especially want to mistreat the person healing me.
Here. It looks like you need it.
The Chamberlain must have sent you. But alas, my work is far from over. If I don't go now, they'll beat me.
You need to rest.
But I won't. I've wounds to heal and bones to mend.
And what of your own hurts?
They'll wait. As will my hunger. Thank you. Look.
And
Drover has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers. Anyway. I'd better head to the Vale.
That bastard!
Another one of the Danes.
Ah, you have returned.
I believe these are yours.
Delightful. The Dame will be pleased.
You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystals? No need to be coy, my boy.
Why not just tell me in the first place?
An honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry crumbs I trade in.
I didn't realize crystals were so scarce here.
As scarce as chocobo teeth, hence the thriving market for even the scantest fragments. Do you think it vulgar that I profit from the hardship of others?
I think you're doing what you believe is necessary.
Yeah, indeed. And I don't doubt the Dame would agree. A reward for a job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are none the wiser. I thank you, as will our mutual friend when she hears of how you have aided me. I'm happy to see my trust in you was not misplaced. The Dame
for
will
now.
be delighted to hear of your success.
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late. Oh, don't tell me you've grown tired.
All right. Are you here for business or pleasure?
Business, though not my own. The Chamberlain put me to work delivering food.
Ah, so he found someone to help him then. Just as well. I hear his friends back at court have been taking a little too much interest in him of late.
So he really is a Chamberlain.
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him as a
Illustrious
generous
customer.
uncle. He was one of the only people round here who seemed bothered by the way the Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in his position.
A fact not wasted on the Dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's starving masses. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble. Much.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there like him. And you, for that matter. It's no wonder the Dame's got a soft spot for you.
I better be going.
These amazing rewards, like
We always look
one
forward to your
crafting
visits,
item that I
Clive.
get from the field all
Dame
the time.
especially.
The market's all over.
It's not been half a moon since Belling's took. Heard the bones fell favourably.
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel, Branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue. He wears the Dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in war. Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
Is that the tiny town?
Thanks you. Moore is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
Oh no! Yeah, it's the town, I guess. But I didn't expect it to have side quests too. It all seems indeed.
Have you seen my Chloe?
Nope.
I let her out of her pen while I did my chores, but she hasn't come back yet. I think she's lost. Please, can you help me look for her?
I can't promise I'll find her, but I'll try. Describe her to me.
She's beautiful white hair. She lets me stroke her when I'm sad. She's ever such a good girl. So quiet and kind. And she likes walking in the wheat. I know the fields are big, but she's never got lost before. Oh, she must be starving too. She hasn't eaten anything since yesterday. It is my job to feed her.
In that case, let's not keep her waiting. There's a lot of field to search. With a little luck, someone might have seen her.
Chloe always comes back. Always. But she's never been this late before.
You work these fields? I need to ask you something.
A branded. And an outsider at that, judging by the lack of manners. Why should I help you, eh? You tell me that.
Because a girl from the village asked me to find her pet. Chloe. Have you seen her?
Chloe, is it? Oh, little Lisette's plaything. Last I saw, the filthy creature was sniffing about the windmill. That girl's old enough to know she should tie her pet up when she's finished playing with it.
The windmill.
Off with you now. I won't have idle branded underfoot.
You, Brandon, here, now! You're late. What kept you?
Late for what?
Did they tell you nothing? A wild beast is savaging my boy! Well,
Sure.
don't just stand there
And he's
gawping.
just been waiting for some
Rescue
help
him.
here.
All right. Where is he?
My, I see they've sent me a branded with a spine for a change. He's over that way, towards the coast. Go, and see that you kill the beast.
For someone whose son's in mortal danger, he didn't seem all that worried. Something's not right here. I need to be careful.
Indeed.
I told you, my boy is being attacked. He's not far from here, over towards the coast. Go on and help him, damn you!
Now feel good, boy.
Anyway, gonna call it here for now. Made some decent progress, I guess. Getting close to the capital. Later. Bye bye.